Silas Mason is pumped and ready for a fight.
Introducing first, he is the challenger, representing the National Wrestling Alliance. He's coming at you live, straight from the 865, weighing in at damn near 300 pounds. He is the biggest man who ever lived, the Thrill Billy, Silas Mason! And his opponent, weighing in tonight at 225 pounds, wrestling out of Raleigh, North Carolina, he is the handsome devil and the necessary evil of pro wrestling, the Viral Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Drew Hood!
So Drew Hood getting a shocker of a change of plans. Preston Vance not able to attend tonight to be able to go after the Viral Pro Wrestling Championship because of prior obligations with AEW, unfortunately. But in a shocking turn, Joshua Hancock calls up the NWA, the number one contender for the NWA World Championship, Silas Mason, the Thrill Billy, and says, hey, you want a title shot? And he is here.
Yeah, I mean, this is so unfair to Drew Hood. This is so unfair, because, imagine this, okay? The night that we're here is the night before the Super Bowl. And imagine, the Chiefs, they practiced all the last 2 weeks to play the Eagles. And then all of a sudden, here come the Atlanta Falcons. That's fair.
Well, that would kind of be in
the point is, it doesn't matter how bad the Atlanta Falcons are. It matters who did you prepare for. Would you? You know what? Would you stop putting words in my mouth?
Fair enough. Hammerlock takedown by the Thrill Billy. Silas Mason. Again, Silas Mason is the number one contender for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Former NWA National Heavyweight Championship. He is a tall order for Drew Hood, but this is also an opportunity for Drew Hood to show people that not only is he the champ, the necessary evil as he calls himself, but is a champion that is worth his weight in the world of professional wrestling.
Right now, Thrill Billy, with that height advantage, with that size advantage, that makes those side headlocks that much tougher.
True, but Drew Hood getting the reversal by pulling the hair because, of course he would do that. But look at the strength of the Thrill Billy just picking up Drew Hood and now hitting the ropes. Drew Hood drop down, goes for the drop kick, but Silas puts on the brakes and Drew Hood splats on the mat. And now headlock takeover by Silas, going ahead and wearing down the champion. But Drew Hood, being ever so Drew, pulling on the hair, doing anything he possibly can to get an advantage in this situation that he's in.
There's nothing wrong with breaking the rules when you have to.
Is it?
I've always said, what's the game I like?
Of course not. And again, pulling the hair, the beautiful locks, the mullet of Silas Mason. You can't do that, man. You can't just be messing with the hair like that. I have beautiful locks too,
But you don't have a mullet. How could you call mullets beautiful locks? I saw an 85-year-old grandmother smoking a menthol cigarette at the slot machines. She had a mullet. Those weren't too beautiful.
I was on an 85-year-old woman, but
oh, now he's got the stash. How are you going to pull a man's stash?
Turnabout's fair play, and Drew Hood had to get a taste of his own medicine. But here, drop down by Silas. And a nice drop kick by Silas as well, delivering on what Drew Hood tried to do earlier. Man, Drew is in a bit of trouble. No. Silas setting him up. Big running power slam where he just throws him across the mat. Man, Silas is showing off some impressive feats in this ring, and Drew is taking the brunt of the punishment here by Silas.
Yeah, being the champion isn't always what it's cracked up to be.
No doubt. Oh, nice Nice kick to the thigh of Drew Hood, actually employing some real strategy in this situation and trying to get the big man off his base.
That's smart wrestling there. You know, when you get a guy that's bigger than you definitely want to get him off his vertical base. You want to get him on the mat and keep him there. And that's going to be the challenge because, I mean, you know, the Thrill Billy is a very, very powerful man.
True. He is going to try to get back to his base, which he has right now. Reversing the whip. Drew Hood puts the brakes on. Big boot to the face, catching Silas off guard. And then, but Silas comes back with a clothesline, both spilling out to the outside of the ring. And Silas on his feet, pumping up the crowd.
Right now, the Viral Pro Heavyweight Championship looking to be in a little bit of danger for one Mr. Drew Hood.
Oh, nice knife edge chop by Silas. And Drew needs to get separation at this point, but stalking him is Silas on the outside of the ring.
Now, you know, you talked about what if the Thrill Billy was able to take the Viral Pro Championship to the NWA, where he's the #1 contender to Tom Latimer's NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Could you imagine how great this company would be to be represented by a champion like Tom Latimer? What? I'm just saying. He beats him for it.
You automatically think Tom Latimer is going to be the one to beat the Thrill Billy? I mean, come on now. And no doubt about it, Tom Latimer, NWA champion for a reason, but oh man, nice chop there by Silas Mason. But to just write off Silas Mason like that, just to say, oh, Tom Latimer, if he was to take that title to NWA, Tom Latimer would automatically be the winner and take both the NWA or retain the NWA championship. Oh my God, did he just kick the rope?
Yes, he did.
Silas in a bit of trouble. Momentum has shifted.
That's going to take some thrill out of that, Billy.
No doubt about it. But to discount Silas like that and just say Tom Latimer is going to be the guy that wins is, no, I didn't say that. You're discounting Silas, and the reason why he's the #1 contender right now. But again, Drew Hood getting him off his base, working him down, getting that leg worked on and trying to knock him down with these right hands, but Silas firing back. Blocks the right hand and hits him with his own. Another right hand to Drew Hood's head, and he is just firing off right now to Thrill Billy, getting that momentum back. Momentum switching back and forth. Drew Hood going for the crossbody, but gets caught by the big man, Silas Mason, and parading him around even after getting his leg worked on. Look at the power!
Beautiful fall away slam, shades of the late great Scott Hall. That fall away.
Definitely shades of Scott Hall along with the mullet right there. Oh, but misses in the big boot in the corner. Drew Hood hits him with the knee and gets him out of the ring again. Drew Hood following up immediately. Takes a hard spill into the barricade there, into the guardrails. Silas Mason.
You know, with that missed kick there, he also kind of reminded me of all the 90s Florida State teams.
Oh, that's what they're going to do? That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about my Florida State Seminoles. That's not cool at all. Wait a second. You're a Seminole fan, really?
I had to throw you off your game for a second there.
I appreciate that. Silas is in a bad spot on the outside. Referee counting. Drew is trying to get him to count a little bit faster because he doesn't want to be in this match any longer. But Silas is going to make the count. Drew Hood immediately on the offense, getting those stomps in. Man, keeping him off his base as he should and getting control of the match.
Right now, trying to prove himself, but also we've talked about what if the Thrill Billy was to take the championship to the NWA, but here's the thing. Oh, big power there, flapjack. But what about Drew Hood retain that championship? What would that mean for his career? And the eyes of the NWA would now be on Viral Pro Wrestling and Drew Hood, because that's our representative.
No doubt about it. That would be a big feather in the cap of Viral Pro, and definitely for Drew Hood, showing that he can hang with some of the best in the world and Hood now trying to recover from that flapjack and going straight back to the leg, getting him off of his base once again with the basement drop kick to the knee. Drew Hood trying to control this match as best he can. Now, leg lock, trying to work that knee some more, trying to twist those ligaments in that knee and trying to get Silas off of his game, but Silas makes it to the ropes.
Right now, Drew Hood, I mean, there's got to be a little frustration. I mean, this is his first title defense, I believe. Am I correct? First title defense since winning that championship. And
wraps his leg around that hold, man. Drew is really being vicious in his attack of Silas's lower shoulder. But go ahead.
But, you know, you think in your first title defense, you want to be a champion, but you also want to look impressive and you want to look your top shape. And I mean, you're in here, this is his opportunity to do all of that. And when you find yourself and you get taken off your game, especially when you're not planning for this opponent, that's going to do something to your psyche.
But to follow up on that, while Drew Hood follows up on these right hands in the corner, you said it, this is a big feather in the cap. So if Drew Hood can change course and be able to defeat the #1 contender, not like that though, big power bomb delivered to Drew Hood by Silas Mason, and both men are struggling, but Silas with the cover. 1, 2, and what is this? Is that James Johnson and Mila Johnson?
Yes.
What in the world are they doing out here?
I have no idea, but I'm glad she's
James Johnson
here.
just came back tonight after 2 years. Mila is just debuting and calling her shot. And now what in the world is going on here?
Why are you looking at me? Is it because my last name's Johnson?
No. But Silas Mason has gotten his hands on the James Johnson and has put his full focus on. Well, wait a minute. He's got his full focus now on Mila Johnson. The Marvel. Cool that. Drink the water. Drink the water while I try to call this. Silas Mason getting distracted, and now Drew Hood behind him goes for a right hand. Silas goes for it. Silas goes for the thrill ride. Right hand to the face, and I think that was brass knuckles used by Drew Hood. 1, 2. What in the world? Foot on the ropes by Silas Mason. 2 9/10 of a second.
That should have been a 3.
No, that is a 2 9/10 because he got his foot up. And Silas looks pissed.
Oh boy.
But Thrill Billy has had enough. But here comes James Johnson from behind with the BPW Championship. And now they're all attacking him right now. James Johnson, Mila Johnson, Drew Hood still has the title. This match will end in a disqualification. But what in the world is going on?
How's that feel, Rod? How's it feel in that roller coaster?
This is
Ladies
ridiculous.
and gentlemen, your winner of the match as a result of a disqualification, Silas Mason. Therefore, still your Power Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Drew Hood.
What a way to weasel out of defending your title. Not only did you try to cheat by hitting him with brass knucks, not only did you bring out 2 other individuals to help you retain your title, but when that didn't work, all of a sudden you pull out your title and hit him in the back of the head. But now here comes Gustavo and Eric Academia, excuse me. Oh my God, and now Drew Hood looking at the big man throwing him back into the ring.
Now this is poor sportsmanship.
Ride! So many rotations. Holy God! Eric Academia and Gustavo come out to help Silas Mason